This box can open, but I can't force it. So there's something behind this. Please be a door, please be a door.
You actually did it. Let's get out of here.
Deirdre!
See, boys? You look... dirty.
I'm fine. We need to see the judge, now.
Yeah, us too. We found the
will. No need to recap. Let's go.
Nancy!
Deirdre, can you, Frank, and Joe wait in the hallway? Don't let...
My
Judge,
What is this?
it's urgent.
Yes. It looks... Is it a
Maybe.
Judge, we've been here all night. I think it's time we retire.
You're not going anywhere.
Excuse me?
Your Honor, it's become clear to us that Miss Cole has been the perpetrator of numerous crimes here in Salem, including a...
Murder. Judge, please.
That's a very serious claim.
And this is a serious case. People's lives
This is very cute and all, but we have to do adult things now. So run along, everyone, before your PB&Js get...
I have proof. And it's all related to the Hathorn house, the future of which rests in your hands. So I think you should hear me out before you sign that paper.
All right.
What? You can't be serious. Judge, this is clearly a half-brained attempt to delay what we have determined to be a sound judgment, that the Hathorn house should revert to the state.
We have spent most of this evening going over all possibilities for how to decide the rightful owner of this house. And you've been very adamant that the state should handle it. But if Nancy has any evidence to add, I'm willing to hear her out.
Unbelievable.
Alicia has...
Poisoning.
After interviewing Lauren Holt and experiencing some negative side effects from drinking her water, I discovered that someone had been tainting her water supply with ergot.
Well, that would explain my client's erratic behavior over the past few weeks.
She lost her
Months ago. And that woman wasn't her mother. Give me a...
How do you know that ergot causes...
You said she was poisoned. Wouldn't that affect anyone's behavior? What exactly are you
That you know how ergot affects...
I'm not answering these questions. I happen to be well-versed in biology, all right? But any tidbit of knowledge I have You'll just try to trap me with it. Use it against me.
I don't need to do that, because I found, in your office, a map of the Hathorn House's water system.
Yes. And did you also find the notice of demolition on my desk? When you illegally broke in, are you going to arrest her for breaking in?
Is what Nancy's...
Of course, I have a map of the Hathorn House's water plant.
So you admit it. You were going to try to demolish
I was providing my client, Lauren Holt, with that option, yes. The land is worth a lot of money, and I was doing my due diligence. Have you done yours?
I brought up the demolition with Lauren. She says you never discussed it. I am certain she will be happy to test.
Which? She must have forgotten. Because of the poisoning you claim she's...
What about flooding the tunnels under Salem in the past hour? Would you know how to do that, Miss Cole?
I was here, Mr.
Your coat looks pretty soaked and muddy shoe.
Water is wet and it's raining outside. Are you satisfied with the ridiculousness of this yet? How much longer are you gonna let this go?
It all does seem circumstantial. Is that all you have, Miss Drew?
Alicia was responsible for stealing AW evidence. I spoke with your son, Jason. He claims Alicia forced...
Jason is a grown man. His actions are his own.
Alicia lent Jason her car. Then Jason broke into the evidence room and stole the files. I have...
So what it actually sounds like is that Jason took my car, stole the evidence, and somehow I'm to blame?
How did he have access to your...
I gave him the keys. He runs errands for me all the...
And how did he have access to the evidence room? Only you and the judge had the code.
Look here, on the wall. An access code. I wonder if it's for the evidence room. Apologies, Judge. But your carelessness is the reason this happened. In all probability, Jason heard that you left the door unlocked, and he just went and opened.
I doubt that. He barely spends any time with...
I found this in 10 seconds. You left it out for anyone to see. If he didn't know the door was unlocked, how hard would it have been to find your key?
Miss... Anything else, Miss Drew?
Alicia was behind the theft.
I've never been to Europe.
How did you know it was in...
I heard the judge talking to you.
I found plane tickets in Jason's car. He admitted to stealing the Book of Apologies on Alicia Cole's orders.
Orders? How did I order little Jason to do this, Nancy Drew?
Jason has financial problems. Right, Judge?
I don't really know. To be honest with you, I know he's always looking for money.
He's in debt. Badly. A fact Alicia...
This is absurd.
How did he buy a first-class round-trip ticket to Salzburg when the crime occurred?
Because I pay him for doing errands for me. He could use his money however he feels fit. He's a big boy now.
I admit, I don't know how we could prove that Alicia...
Call the airline. You can use the plane ticket reference number. Call the airline. They should be able to check the payment. I bet you it was paid by Alicia Cole, credit card. There's no way Jason would have that much cash to buy a first-class ticket.
He obviously stole...
So, you admit that your card was used to make the
I didn't say that.
If the card is still active, I doubt that he stole it. The credit card company would have notified you for making a large purchase, and you would have canceled it.
How large is this?
Thousands of dollars, Judge.
Miss Cole, if this was a court of law and the police were asking for probable cause, I'd be hard-pressed not to allow it. Do you have anything to say?
I told him to get rid of those tickets. You know, Your Honor, your son is a real idiot. Truly, a world-class moron. He couldn't even follow simple instructions. I would have had better luck writing them in crayon. And this? Seriously? This is the kind of stuff I have to deal with? I went to law school. I have 3 degrees. And now I have an arsonist, 2 ghost hunters, a wannabe detective, and her assistant.
Hey, what? No!
Trying to screw up my plans.
All the people you pointed out are the reason you're going down.
No. The reason I am going down is that this stupid little town is stuck in the past. Oh, my great-great-great-great-grandmother was accused as a witch. I want repayment because I'm lazy. She loved me so much that I want this disgusting ruin of a house for free so I can run my luminous vegan tea grocery store. That is what pathetic looks like. A bunch of whining, moaning little people whose worldview is infinitesimally small.
Why, Alicia?
Why? Because I wanted to do something for this town. I care about Salem more than all the Olivias and Tegans and Laurens combined. I care the most. We should have leveled that old house a long time ago and built new houses. With all that land, we could have a real community here. We could bring in new business that isn't completely reliant on stupid, scary stuff. I am talking about economic development on a level which Salem has never even seen.
And who would be the owner of these new houses?
Well, after knowing this case inside out, it wouldn't be hard for me to get the land out of the grasp of the state. After all I've done for this community, some recompense is in order.
So, you're saying you poisoned Lauren so you could build and own a housing complex?
Do you realize how much money is in real estate? And give me a break. I was just scaring her. I told you I know about biology. She was never in any real danger.
Alicia, I saw the ergot in the water valve. There is absolutely no way you could control the dosage that Lauren ingested. You could have done irreparable damage.
So what? I live here. I work here. I am a member of this community. This town needs me.
No, it doesn't.
I already have the papers, and I am taking them to the state office. And none of you are going to stop me. Because you can't prove anything. There's no legal heir to the Hathorn estate. And none of the evidence Detective Girl brought up will stick.
So you admit to all of it?
Yes. Now get out of my way.
The police are on their way. You can wait here for them to arrive.
This is unbelievable. I only wanted to make Salem.
This is highly disturbing. I am shocked. Very shocked at what has occurred here. Miss Cole will be held accountable for her crimes. I will make sure of it. But as much as it pains me to admit, she is right. We do not have a legal heir.
Yes, we do. I have the Book of Apologies. All the descendants of accused witches are listed in here.
But there are hundreds of names in here. And even if I were able to track them all down...
Then, as bad as it sounds, Lauren doesn't have a legal claim to live on the property.
Okay.
No one forgave me when I made a mistake.
May had nothing to do...
You're sure?
Because
Really?
Tegan Perry is...
An accident?
Yes. Tegan went looking for the will and accidentally knocked a candle over inside the house. The fire grew out of...
I'm afraid I can't just take your word for it. Will Tegan...
Yes.
Well... The house is going to be demolished anyway. And while I wish...
This has been a very tough time.
Agreed.
Judge, did you ever interview May?
Well, not exactly.
So you just assumed she was guilty of the crime without...
A case needed to be built.
There was no case, because you never needed to make one. You thought she was guilty, and so you treated her accordingly.
Miss True, I ask that in this office you treat me with respect.
You deserve as much respect as I'm currently giving you, Judge.
Nancy, maybe we...
You made this poor girl's life a living nightmare because of something she did when she was young. She was a kid, Your Honor. Her entire life molded and built and destroyed by an event she barely remembers. Can you imagine what that does to someone? Can you imagine what that does to her family? To her friends?
Well, that is a bit...
You know, this town has a history of judges behaving without sound jurisprudence. And I would expect that after 300 years, you would be able to right that...
Perhaps. But my concerns are not unfounded. You think Jason is a screw-up now? What would have happened if he had been friends with her?
He is friends with her,
What? How's that possible? I thought at least I would know.
A judge is supposed to judge people on their actions alone, not the people they call their friends. I just hope you remember that when you sentence Jason, because his crimes aren't imagined. They're real, and they deserve real...
For what?
We always promised that a secret was the most important thing in the world, and we would never break it.
You saved my life. If Nancy hadn't found me...
I'm going to be gone. For a while. I really screwed up.
Still, I know who you are. There's a good person hidden below this pretty boy exterior.
Come on.
You may go away, but that good...
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everything...
Yeah. Come on.
You didn't have to.
What? I told the truth.
200 hours community service. It's not like I don't do that already.
What was that exhibit you were playing?
Which street art?
Who's the artist?
I think you know her.
Do you ever feel...
Remorse for not sticking up for my sister? I'll probably be dealing with that for the rest of my life. She doesn't hate me nearly enough for what I put her through. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you. But I have my witches, don't I? We will finally get the memorial that the Accused Witches organization worked so hard for.
What does Lauren think about...
It hasn't all been crime and punishment, though. We had so many...
And one moment of shame.
May told you. I would tell myself we were all kids, but I was old enough to know better, and I almost did it again. He said...
I got this one from Olivia. She wanted you. She said she didn't.
Oh. I'll keep this then if you don't mind. We should probably try to work things out. It was so long ago. We used to be good friends.
So, but I just not the house. Salem. You always wrap up your cases in a nice bow to run off for the next one the day after.
This time, I might actually take...
Doesn't sound like your style. Look, we had our moments during the past few days.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure to help.
That attitude. You did get Tegan off the hook too, though. I hate to admit it, but for a moment, I actually felt happy. Don't get used to it. I can handle cases on my own, and I've just emptied your praise quota for the coming...
I know you can.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually just a bit.
Of course. The celebration party is the best part of...
No. Well, yes. Sure. But I meant to Salem. I still don't understand why you went out of your way to do any of this. It makes me kind of feel like a jerk for not talking to you when you first came here.
I understand things have been tough for you. Please, don't worry about it. I'm just happy I was able to help.
You were. For sure. I'm going to art school. I don't think I mentioned it, but I'm really excited. And nervous.
And hey, maybe we'll meet again sometime.
Yeah. That wouldn't be the worst, I guess.
Nancy, so glad you're here.
Of course. I wouldn't miss the party.
Hey, shouldn't you ask her? You know, the thing we talked...
Oh, yeah, right. So, Nancy, have you thought about it? Starting a detective agency, I mean.
The Hardys and Drew Detective Agency.
Guys, I don't...
Oh, sorry, your name can... If that helped.
I'm gonna have to think about it.
And who do we have here? If
I thought you were the only real witch.
there's always room for another witch in the coven, Nancy Drew. And I have to say, someone with your magical insights,
I have always wanted to ride on a broom. Would make it easier to get an overview.
really thank you for bringing us all together again. It feels like ages since I was able to talk openly with Lauren. It's great to finally have the curse from that night lifted. Thank you.
Hey there.
I can't believe Alicia would do this. I trusted her, you know? Things would have been really bad if you hadn't exposed her for who...
I'm sorry. You couldn't have known.
Yes, I know. The only thing that saddens me more is that I won't get to stay in the house. I could swear Francis had a will somewhere.
What will you do now?
Believe it or not, Olivia promised to let me stay with her for a while. Until I can find my footing again. I didn't think she would do that for me.
It's great to see the two of you get along again. I'm happy. I got it. Ready? Austria. Yeah, I know I was just there, but I didn't really get to enjoy it much. I feel like there's a lot more exploring left to do there. Did you know Schönbrunn Palace has 1,440 rooms? Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can stay there. I'm sure we could find something close by. Yes, I promise. No cases this time. Just the two of us.